Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host Shiba Gill और करंट अफेयर्स विद LCCI के साथ मौजूद हैं. जो आज के हमारी मेहमान मौजूद हैं, जैसा कि आपको पता कि हम आपको डिफरेंट कमेटीज़ जो हैं चेंबर में डिफरेंट कमेटीज़ होती हैं जो कि ग्रुप ऑफ बिजनेस को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे होते हैं और लीड भी कर रहे होते हैं और उसके जितने भी मामलात होते हैं उनको डील करते हैं. कमेटी की मीटिंग्स होती हैं और उसी तरह से फिर उन जो मसाइल हैं उनके सॉल्यूशंस की तरफ आया जाता है. जो हमारी आज की मेहमान हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं वो जी बेसिकली इसी मेंबर भी हैं LCCI की. उसके साथ साथ जी वो कन्वेनर हैं एनवायरनमेंट की कमेटी के लिए, जो कि बहुत अहम पहलू है. और एनवायरनमेंट पाकिस्तान का ओवरऑल वर्ल्ड का तो इशू है, बट इन पर्टिकुलर पाकिस्तान और पाकिस्तानी इंडस्ट्री के लिए और पाकिस्तान की जो पूरी आवाम है उसके लिए भी बहुत ज़रूरी है. पर्सनल जो उनका बिजनेस है दैट्स ऑल्सो वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग डोमेन. CEO हैं वो जी द डेटा ग्रुप के लिए, जिसमें वो जी प्रीमियर डिज़ाइनर स्पेशलाइज्ड किस्म की व्हीकल्स जो हैं वो डिज़ाइन करती हैं फॉर डिफरेंट इंस्टीट्यूशंस लाइक आर्मी, पुलिस और सिक्योरिटी के जो इदारे होते हैं उनके लिए स्पेशल व्हीकल्स जो हैं वो डिज़ाइन करती हैं. और लास्ट बट नॉट द लीस्ट कमर्शियल रिप्रेजेंटेटिव भी हैं वो फिनलैंड के लिए. सो आपको मिलवाते हैं हमारी आज के मेहमान मिसेस तमीना सईद चौधरी साहिबा से. अस्सलाम वालेकुम मैम. Welcome on the show, ma'am.
Thank you.
First, I'd like to start up with your committee. You are convener for Environment Committee. It's very core issue और बड़े हमने challenges भी देखे, smog और इस तरह के बड़े मसाइल, water pollution, air pollution और ये सब. तो how do you operate in this?
I mean, it's a very difficult domain actually, because environment आप देखिए कि important issue इसलिए है कि it covers all aspects of our lives.
Yeah, it does.
You know, besides business, besides industry, it also concerns your health, your well-being, you know, etc.
Directly linked.
And so this is 6 years ago. I requested the chamber.
Okay.
We had a environment committee which was actually not working. But in my insistence that I wanted to take this committee, we revived it, and mashallah, we've done a lot of work in this field, you know. Whether ये है कि resolving issues with environment protection department for the industry, or whether it's training and imparting knowledge to the industry about the various issues, highlighting things, acting as advisors to the government in various sectors that they wanted from the chamber's side, as the industrialist point of view. So we've done quite a lot of work.
Ma'am, third consecutive time आप environment की committee को देख रही हैं, almost 4-5 years.
Six exactly.
Okay. So it's 6 consistent years. So in these 6 years आपके motives क्या रहे और आपको आपने milestones क्या रखे और कहाँ तक आपको लगता है कि you've been there for the people in particular for industry, because हम तो industry को represent कर रहे हैं. तो कितना ये effective रहा लोगों को इसकी जो अफादियत है वो बताना और फिर उसको implement करवाना?
When we started this committee, this was Shahbaz Sharif's time, PMLN's time, and obviously environment wasn't that important an issue.
Yeah,
you know?
nobody bothered about it.
Nobody bothered about it. उस वक्त ये था कि we decided कि जो industrial area हमारा है लाहौर का, we wanted one to beautify it, to get it clean.
Absolutely.
To get disposal of your waste material in a proper way, and to make it more, you know, congenial to work with.
Yeah.
So at that time, हमारा basic issues यही थे. अच्छा, we managed to Sundar में to have green awards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
For industries that came up to the level, जिन्होंने अपने एरिया के बाहर दरख्त लगाए, सफाई की. क्योंकि अगर एक जमाने में आप जाते थे ना इंडस्ट्रियल एरिया में, तो आपको देखते थे कि वेस्ट मटेरियल नहीं, और वेस्ट मटेरियल फैक्ट्री के बाहर ढेरों में पड़ा होता
exactly.
था. So we managed to get that done. Waste management के साथ हमने coordination कराई to pick up waste, to clean Then we got the markets clean. We managed to convince the waste management to wash the markets,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
periodically.
Yeah.
We managed VASA. So we did coordination
Yeah,
with various,
the
so because
Ji.
that was the goal. And then
Okay.
came the smog, okay, and the whole priorities changed
Yeah.
of environment.
Yeah.
And I mean, people were getting sick. We couldn't breathe. The hall
Yeah,
was
exactly.
unbreathable, you know.
It was.
And by the time we realized that basically industry जो थी, besides मेरे मतलब के vehicles थी,
जी.
besides burning of crops और सारा कुछ,
Yeah.
but industry जो थी ना वो भी एक major
Huge contribution.
polluter थी.
जी.
हाँ, exactly. Now sitting from the industry side, it was
It's
very
difficult to confess that we are also doing the same.
Exactly. And to tell the industry कि जी देखें आप ये ना करें.
We have to do our part.
Because obviously ये pollution को reduce करना is a costly thing. It's not a cheap
It
thing
is.
to have scrubbers or to have wastewater treatment plants or you know, to have anything.
It is,
of the
yeah.
sort. So at that time हमने slowly convinced किया. We had meetings with the with the EPD. We managed के brick kilns को हम zigzag system समझाएं. At that
okay.
time we had meetings जो नेपाल के आए हुए थे experts on brick kilns को कि वो अपने जो चिमनीज हैं उनके धुएं कैसे कम करेंगे और जिस दौरान मतलब उनको प्रॉफिट भी होगा because the fuel burning would be more efficient. Then we tried to convince, you know, by the time government का ये था कि चूंकि smog इतनी थी, they were just closing down factories, they were sealing them.
Yeah.
So we managed to convince the factory owners कि भाई कुछ ना कुछ तो आप करें,
Yeah.
कोई तरीके तो आप इस्तेमाल
आपको
करें.
मजदूर लेने
That time they were
होंगे.
also burning tires, you know, as fuel.
Yeah. That was very alarming, that, you know.
And so, you know, together with, I think, dengue at the time, it was...
We have gone through a lot, yeah.
So we managed to convince them, we managed the EPD and the government to give them time to change over. And so we did our bit.
Yeah.
Okay? I cannot say we were 100% successful. I always think even if we made a 10 to 20% difference, it was successful.
Yeah, it is,
Okay?
and you know.
And it's very difficult.
Every drop matters.
हाँ देखिए जी बड़ा मुश्किल होता है ना कि एक इंडस्ट्री जो है वो 25 साल पहले लगी है ओके उसके इक्विपमेंट 25 साल पहले लगे हैं हाँ at that time there were no environment laws there weren't anything and suddenly one day you bring this international laws
and
say
impose it on them, you know.
अब दूसरा laws they brought laws which had no ground reality.
Yeah, exactly.
आप law लेके आए international जिसमें आपका पानी
practical grounds तो नजर आए.
हाँ, आपका पानी X% clean होना चाहिए फैक्ट्री से निकलते भाई.
How could it be possible?
Water तो हम पी नहीं रहे जितना clean water
How could it be possible? Yeah.
So you know, so these were issues.
You know, practical measures nahi the, and then what we do is this: we have seen a lot of retaliation from the industry as well. So what are you talking about? You know, this is what there's the volume of our business, and you know, 1/4 and or 2/3 of that you are telling me to put it for the purification and all this. So are we having the same drinking water? What purification measure you are telling me for the wastewater?
I went to these couple of factories which we brought to the chamber to act as role models.
Yeah, exactly.
हमने उन्हें बताया कि भाई हमारे को pricing में कितना फर्क पड़ा है, हमारी market में कितना फर्क पड़ा है by towing the environment line. But one of the guy told me, उसने कहा कि आपको पता है कि मुझे कितना दुख होता है कि मैं clean पानी हुडियारा ड्रेन में फेंक रहा हूँ. आप मुझे बताएं हुडियारा ड्रेन का पानी देखे और मेरा पानी देखे और मैं उसमें you know so it was heartbreaking at times.
It was and it would be definitely. Ma'am,
कि जब इमरान खान की गवर्नमेंट आई पीटीआई
जी
that was the time we got a little break.
Okay.
We got the government support behind us.
Yeah, that what I was coming to, that how much government is supportive into that, because you know it's a national issue, the smog thing and all this respiratory issue, then COVID and all, it's directly linked to your breathing system.
Now we have EPD that listens to us.
Okay.
Okay. We have environment department that helps us. We have पिछले दिनों we called the Minister of Environment.
Okay.
And he was, you know, advisor थे Amin Aslam. He was pleasantly very receptive to our ideas. And so it was I mean, I feel good.
Yeah,
And
there
I
was a
feel
positive,
probably, yeah.
you know, there was a prospective thing that you feel like that, you know,
जैसे
okay,
हम बात उनसे करते
there's a
हैं ना कि
direction.
ट्री प्लांटेशन इट्स वेरी गुड कि जी आप जो लाहौर पहले था इट वाज अ ट्री लाइन it will one day also
Yeah,
become the
Baghat
same.
का शहर, yeah.
But ये है कि हम जो इस वक्त गवर्नमेंट को इंसिस्ट कर रहे हैं जो कि आई होप
Inshallah.
we will make it
Yeah.
by next year
Yeah.
is that कि वो इंडस्ट्री को इंटरेस्ट फ्री लोन्स दें.
Okay.
अच्छा ताकि वो इंटरेस्ट फ्री लोन्स एंड एट लॉन्ग टर्म लोन्स
Yeah.
जिससे वो ये
Qualification process की तरफ आए.
स्पेसिफिकेशन पे आए, चाहे वो स्क्रबर्स लग रहे हैं चाहे वो वेस्ट वाटर लग रहे हैं. देन वी आल्सो सजेस्टिंग टू द गवर्नमेंट कि आप एक ऑनक्लेव्स बनाएं. स्मॉल इंडस्ट्री जो मसलन रेजिडेंशियल एरियाज में है उनको सारों को आप बाहर लेके आए, उनको सस्ते इंटरेस्ट फ्री प्लॉट्स दें और उनको फैसिलिटीज दें सो दे कैन ऑल क्लब टुगेदर.
Yeah.
Okay, and then give them government treatment plants.
Yeah.
And charge them for treating the water.
Yeah, because that's doable, but that is very, you know, heart-wrenching at the same time when we see, for example, हमारी oldest estates के अंदर आता है कोट लखपत का कायद-ए-आज़म industrial estate and all this. Now what we see at that time, 30-40 years ago when that was started, that was just a barren place, that was a random place. Then residential people been allocated there. Now that is so polluted, and you know population is all around it, and then how those industries could be eradicated from there within like wink of eye. उन्होंने 30-40 साल लगाए, generations लगी, and आपके सारे surroundings में it's so dense populated that you cannot take the people out of there as well. So इस किस्म के मय्यज़ बहुत ज़रूरी है because now for example you mentioned about Sundar or Faraya or any other estates like that. अभी वो भी रिमोट एरियाज में बनाई हैं बट उसके साथ साथ फिर रेजिडेंशियल स्कीम्स को भी वो करते हैं.
also part of our environment.
Yeah, that's why
मैं आपको बताती हूँ कि अगर आपने गौर किया हो कि पाकिस्तान is signatory to the sustainable development goals, okay, and there's 17 goals.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay? And by 2030 we have committed
Yeah,
to complying with those
जी,
goals.
जी.
अच्छा अब उन goals में 2-3 चीजें हैं जो कि इंडस्ट्री को बहुत हिट करती हैं. Welfare of the workers,
Yeah.
health of the workers, education of the workers, giving equal salaries and equal opportunities to women, gentrification.
Yeah.
Okay, ensuring के जो इर्द गिर्द आबादियां हैं उनको क्लीन वाटर क्लीन एयर मिले.
But allocation ही नहीं होनी चाहिए. I guess industrial area zones ही it should be away.
इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज की एलोकेशन होनी चाहिए. मैं आपको बताती हूँ क्यों बहुत जरूरी है. अच्छा मैं आपको एग्जांपल एक
जी
छोटी सी
जी
देती
जी
हूँ.
प्लीज.
Sialkot is
जी.
sports
जी.
area,
Yeah.
and they make a lot of footballs.
A lot,
okay?
जी.
And so there's small industries.
Tanneries
हाँ,
and all this.
छोटी छोटी tanneries हैं, छोटे छोटे शहर के अंदर फुटबॉल मेकर्स.
हाँ जी, हाँ
ठीक है जी. And so tanneries आपको पता है सबसे
Yeah,
ज़्यादा
pollute करती हैं water.
because they use chromium,
Yeah.
they use hard
Absolutely.
metals, and so the water of area
Yeah.
gets all polluted. The government and the chamber and everybody and World Bank
And individual people
yeah,
as well. Yeah.
decided कि वो एक enclave बनाएंगे small industries के लिए जहाँ वो modern treatment plant देंगे water, modern किस्म की facilities उनको देंगे और वो सारों को एक उन्होंने मेरा ख्याल interest free loans वगैरह type
जी,
देके
जी.
plots एक cheaper ये and they are going to relocate all the small industries into this enclave.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they will give them all the facilities. Now, बेहतर है than के गलियों के नालियों के अंदर
Exactly. And I happened to visit that once, I mean, few months ago, and I was quite very happy. That's a little away from the residential areas. They're so nicely well built, and 70% of that is still vacant for people like that. It's not that people are increasing, business increasing, and then there would be congestion. No, there was hardly 25-30% which was occupied, and by the big names as internationally Adidas is taking football from there and all this, and very international players which I don't see even in Lahore,
आपका जब इंटरनेशनल बायर आता है. देखिए हमें
Exactly.
एक्सपोर्ट की तरफ
Exactly, because that was the do.
बायर आते हैं, आप उसको क्या दिखाएंगे?
Exactly.
आप उसको ये दिखाएंगे. This is your showcase into getting orders.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, that the things I have seen, the organized ways and everything, and the international measures of cleaning and all this, I was very pleased to see that on the visit that at once. But I was like, they're meeting the measures.
इन इंडस्ट्री को कन्विंस करें और गवर्नमेंट को भी कन्विंस करें कि जब इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए आप पास करते हैं ना, प्लान उनका पास करते हैं, हाँ, तो LDA should ensure that जो ओपन स्पेसेस उनमें हैं, if let's say कि एक इंडस्ट्री है वो एक कनाल में है, अच्छा, तो वो 5 दरख्त लगाएगी, अच्छा, अपनी ओपन स्पेस,
Exactly.
एंड यूटिलाइज दैट. क्योंकि देखें, अगर आपने 5 दरख्त भी लगाए तो जो आपके फनल में से आपके धुआं निकल रहा है वो कहीं
उसको purify तो
as a purifying agent, not that beautification.
Exactly, but that is like purifying the air.
So somewhere there, इस किस्म की अगर ये चीजें करने लगे तो I think
and everybody's contribution would be counted even if we take the initiatives on individual levels, I mean, I was going through, was reading something, and I was going through the research of this same. That Go Green dream was there.
Right.
So they were like, no, there are 4 to 5 trees are necessary for one person's whole life oxygenation. So imagine that for one person 3 to 4 trees are a mandatory thing, which research says.
Government से जो मैंने minister साहब से भी बात की थी, and I'm very proud to say कि he said कि he'll think about it.
Okay.
is कि हमें देखिए टैक्स बेनिफिट मिलना चाहिए. एक कंपनी जो कंप्लाई कर रही है, एक कंपनी जो दे रही है बेनिफिट इस किस्म का, उसको आप क्या फायदा दे रहे हैं? Somewhere they encourage them, give them a tax break,
exactly.
give them something.
They don't do that, and what they do at the day end, we feel people are exhausted of that, and they're always complaining of APR and all this. Exactly, and at the day end, when the good industry is going and they are booming, and they say, okay, at least do this for us, that make it a one forum thing, like one window operation thing. We did it in chamber.
Just to give somebody a medal or a thapki is not
exactly.
enough. Give them a business break because
they are business people, they need a business person.
It matters to him कि आप उसको income tax में break देते. It matters to him कि आप किसी और तरह उसको देते.
And then value it. They'll value it. Exactly. That you are accommodating them in a way.
Exactly.
Mrs. Amina Saeed Chaudhary Sabha is with us. उनसे बातों को सिलसिला जारी रखेंगे. यहाँ पे वक्त एक छोटे से break का. Stay tuned with us. वेलकम बैक आफ्टर द ब्रेक. और ब्रेक पे जाने से पहले आपको तारुफ करवाया था कि जो हमारी आज की मेहमान है EC मेंबर है LCCI की, और उसके साथ साथ जो कन्वेनर है वो एनवायरनमेंट की कमेटी के लिए लाहौर चैम्बर ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री के अंदर, विच इज़ द प्रीमियर चैम्बर ऑफ पाकिस्तान. मिसेस अमीना सईद चौधरी हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं. और मैं बात तो कर रहे थे कि ओवरऑल इट्स वेरी मच नीडेड थिंग, बट ओवरऑल इकोनॉमी को आप कैसे देखती हैं, और फिर कितना ज़रूरी है इंटरनेशनल मेजर्स लेके इसको साथ चलना, इकोनॉमी को सस्टेन भी करना.
कोविड रियली इफेक्टेड इकोनॉमी. अच्छा, world over everybody went into minus, and so did we. I mean, factories band ho gayi, lockdowns the sara
but it gave us a positive edge as well. Somehow.
But interesting enough, baz industries ko bada benefit hua, textile ko hamare bahut benefit hua, and I think government ke measures, I mean, I do think
appreciative,
that they have boosted the economy. At least we are on the right track. I can't say that we are over the world, but we are on the right track. And I hope that economy...
It's the right direction now.
It's right direction, and I think the economy would,
boost, inshallah. Ma'am, how do you think that been the tenure of last 3 years and now probably the 4th year we have stepped in, 2 years for this government? So what are your expectations and how much they are meeting up as it's been appreciative, and our work has gone into the line, which is very, very positive for the industry. But what are your expectations for coming next 2 years, and what do you say about this budget 2021 and 2022?
budget as, we going to talk of environment or we talking of general economy? General economy. मैं तो जी बड़ी positive हूँ. Really, I am. Probably I am a positive person,
exactly.
and that's
Overall,
why I look
so
at everything in the positivity.
Okay.
But मुझे ये पता है कि now just bringing environment into it, कि ये जो इस गवर्नमेंट ने एक रूल्स, एक जो environment improvement के लाए हैं, उससे पता है आपके फॉरेन बायर्स को एक बहुत आपने, और प्लीज रिमेंबर कि हमारे 2 सेक्टर्स हैं जो कि हमारी इकोनॉमी को सस्टेन करते हैं. एक हमारा
एक्सपोर्ट्स को भी इंक्रीज करते हैं,
एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर है, और एक हमारा subsidiary agriculture sector, which is textile and things like that. And besides that, we have other sectors.
Exactly.
I mean, we have the IT sector, we have technology sector. But these 2 basic sectors को environment laws बड़ा इफेक्ट करते हैं, ठीक है. और जब आप एक environment को वो देखते हैं international buyers, तो वो हमेशा टो करते हैं. Now I met this factory, a guy had a very long talk with the Interloop people. Okay. And we were talking about how come Interloop is world's top suppliers, and they now have other businesses. And I realized that since they were so, obviously because of the end buyer, they were environmentally बिल्कुल जा रहे थे उसमें. और उन्होंने कहा जी कि देखें जब
meeting the international standards and requirements.
उन्होंने कहा जी देखें हम ये करते हैं तो अगर हमें 2 सेंट भी ज्यादा मिलते हैं तो हमें एंजॉय करें.
Exactly, because it's at the end it's progressive.
हाँ, एक बंदा और है वो so obviously इस तरह ये तय की है, और अगर इतना emphasis ये दे रहे हैं तो I'm sure industry improve होगी, and we will go into international standards. Agriculture produce में भी अगर innovations use करें, which I'm hoping the government would use innovations, small farmers, small industries को ये improve करें, उनके standards करें, and which I'm quite hopeful,
optimistic,
the government जो है वो educate कर रही है. Yes.
And policy making is very important. So policy, we are feeling as an industry कि उसमें काफी हद तक positive policies शुरू हो गई हैं, which was necessary. Implementation, it could not be overnight change. कुछ भी नहीं आ सकता. There's no revolution gonna be happening like that.
Countries होती हैं उनकी सालों में.
It takes time, exactly. So now improvement will change.
But एक चीज मुझे बड़ा अफसोस होता है, and this is my own personal view. Please don't take it as some view of the chamber. इसके हमारी एक पॉलिसी होती है ना, एक गवर्नमेंट की पॉलिसी होती है, when the next government comes the policy changes. So if 5 years एक policy and then it changes, and then it takes another 3-4 years for implementation. By the time it's in implementation, another government comes.
And this is very valid point, ma'am, because हमारा सबसे बड़ा अलमिया ये आता है कि जो भी गवर्नमेंट आती है वो 2 साल लगाती है, 3 साल लगाती है अपनी पॉलिसी बनाने में. वो 2 साल का टेन्योर बाकी बच गया होता है. उस टाइम पे इंडस्ट्री सेटल डाउन हो रही है with the new compliance, then another comes, and हम उसी चीज में हमने 70 years गुजार दिए. इसी की एग्जांपल हम सिर्फ चाइना से ले लें. China is like ruling the world over in business, and what we have seen is this last अगर 5 decades को देख लें तो उनके 10 tenures गुजरे हैं जो कि 5 years के थे. Whatever happens, whatever is the situation, वो पॉलिसी 5 years तक इम्प्लीमेंटेड रहेगी और किसी भी रिप्रेजेंटेशन की सूरत में वो चेंज नहीं होगी. एंड नाउ वी सी द डिफरेंस.
आप देखें व्हाई डू वी कॉल अयूब खान's era the golden era
इंडस्ट्री के हवाले से,
because they used to make this 5-year plan. Remember there was the first 5 years, second 5 years,
और इंडस्ट्री उन्हीं के टाइम में लगी थी जो प्रॉपर फ्लरिश किया था. उसके बाद वो बूस्ट इंडस्ट्री को और वो सपोर्ट भी नहीं आया बिकॉज सस्टेनेबिलिटी नहीं.
Exactly. So there were these plans which the other government always took, and so I hope
Inshallah, very best of luck for our own industry. But अभी मैं आती हूँ आपकी बड़ी interesting सा आप काम कर रही हैं the data group के नाम से, where you design premier specialized vehicles for different institutions, for civil defense, for national forensics, police and army and other. So बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग सा काम है, बड़ा चैलेंजिंग भी है और बड़ा ट्रिकी भी है. And being a female, what made you jump into it?
which as a female one I always thought, I mean, in my belief, females are always equal.
Absolutely.
But I think we have a little edge.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it is.
So because we are more
keen to do the things.
नहीं, plus the fact is कि persistence औरत में ज़्यादा होती है than men. अच्छा.
So is the resistance.
हाँ, and out of the box solutions, women always, you know.
Expanded
And my business is basically out of the box solutions for you know
it is,
organizations.
Yeah.
So I think that is my success role.
Mashallah.
And I took it because it was just a challenge presented to me.
Okay.
I was not in fabrication business. I was more into business development and representation of various companies or suppliers of equipment. And then this was this challenge that was brought to me of vehicle designing, and decided to take the challenge.
Okay, and you started it almost since 2000.
The company that I had started in early 90s.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
And in 2000 I went into vehicles.
Okay. Okay.
Before that I was representing multinationals here in Pakistan. But
what did you do in specialization for this? I mean, I would like to let the people know that you've been certified for this, and then you are excelling in this business, you know.
Hanji, I did. I did my qualifications in vehicle designing, especially because of this challenge.
Okay.
Because I felt कि अगर कोई काम करते हैं तो it has to be 100% from
exactly.
you. Okay. And especially as a woman. Okay. Because I always
criticism भी बहुत ज़्यादा face करनी पड़ती है female को कि what you are up to.
Because जब आप law enforcement वगैरह को एक चीज दिखाते हैं तो वैसे ही आपको discount
question mark बढ़े.
ये क्या करेगी?
हाँ, question mark.
So I had to prove not 100%, 110% over others.
Okay.
And so I'm more into this perfection level. And that's why we are now premier designers.
Mashallah.
You know. And
कितना challenging रहा ये field? Of course it is for female. फिर security point of view से, फिर security के इदारों के हवाले से
बहुत challenging है. क्योंकि first
और sensitive बहुत है ये. तो security
high security है. Like जब हम काम कर रहे होते हैं foreign embassies के लिए जो कि aid के तौर पे gifts देती हैं to various organizations like FIA के लिए हम equipment बना रहे हैं, vehicles, या हम बलूचिस्तान पुलिस के लिए या frontier, तो at that time nobody can enter our factory. Okay?
Of course.
It's a high security factories because equipment आया होता है, we can't show equipment to anybody, we can't photograph things for everybody. And so आपने हमें कभी advertise करते नहीं देखा होगा.
Yeah,
we are one of those,
you know, highly secretive business.
So we our clients know us. So that's
the relevant people.
We are proud to be adjudged as premier. And our designs are all over the country now.
Okay, mashallah, very good. Okay, the proud moment you had in this field, been excelling in something, you know, you gone through and something very distinctive happened, and you felt like, okay, this is designed by Tamina Said and like that. So you felt like, oh,
we did a little project for NRTC, which is the Army's wing for, you know, equipment बनाते हैं, and we made vehicle to house that equipment. And this was then displayed in Ideas, which is the premier exhibition in Karachi. And the Sri Lankan people had come and said, where is this vehicle made?
Really? Okay.
And then I especially got a phone call from the Americans, you know, that you sure it was fabricated in Pakistan?
So you felt like, okay, I did
proud.
it.
Very proud of the fact. I said, yes.
Okay, great,
I said, it's our workers, you know, and it's a totally Pakistani, you know, people that have done it.
Okay, mashallah, very nice. Wish you very best of luck for this interesting, delicate, and challenging business as well, and very, very secretive at the same time. I'd like to conclude it as, what are your motives for this committee, to clear and clean the environment?
This is one committee after my heart. Okay, and
it's like your baby.
It is my baby.
Okay.
And I would like to see it grow into an adult and a whole.
Yeah.
And जब तक तो मेरे में हिम्मत है इस chamber में, I will be involved in this committee.
Okay.
Because I feel कि this is a welfare committee. This is a committee looking after people.
It's for the well-being of everyone, each of us.
This is not a committee that will give benefits in other ways, but it is our everyday life.
Yeah,
you know.
it is.
Well, I see it becoming into a very, very strong committee.
Inshallah. And how, as an individual, we can put our contribution for that? No, how we can do that?
As
an individual.
Well, if we can really follow bylines and we can follow things, and which we are hoping, and which to quite an extent I've seen people are quite susceptible
and taking the responsibility even
yes,
on an industrial level.
Markets हैं now they ensure कि वो waste management सफाई करते हैं. Now they ensure कि गलियां उनकी clean होती हैं. Now they know कि भाई अगर उनकी साफ market होगी तो लोग होंगे.
Yeah, clientele will increase.
So in that sense, people are now taking pride in this. And I must say, I'm quite very impressed with our industrialists. Really, I never thought. I thought it would be a much more difficult job.
No, but people are owning it actually. That they feel that this is not for us, but this is for our generations as well. That we just have to make it clear. Thank you so much.
Chamber ने donation किया इतनी PHA को trees की.
And even a million trees last year. So that was a very good contribution to PHA and all this. So we are doing our part. So
in fact, if you go इसके ऊपर जेल रोड पे outside the PHA office you will see a wall given by LCCI of what we've done.
Okay, great. Good initiative, and wish you very best of luck for cleaning the environment, and we do our part. Very good to have you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
That's all for today. We had a healthy conversation, so keep Pakistan clean and do your contribution, and do plantation as much as possible for you. अपना बहुत सा ख्याल रखिएगा. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.